Hello, this is Chris Hanbury from Serious Squash, and I am going to try to hold the camera properly this time, and hopefully this is clear enough, and I'll keep it kind of short, and I just want to go over some drop shots. And yeah, I think a lot of people, I'm going to specifically talk about the front of the court. They think that there's only one way to drop or two ways to drop, but there's a lot of different ways you can go in and play a counter drop from the front of the court. So I'm going to try and show on my computer, which I know isn't ideal. Let's see here. Let's try. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to look at a few different ways that I am going in here and playing a counter drop at the front of the court. Okay, this first one is kind of just a regular way I would go in to play my counter drop. So let's take a peek. Okay, so let's watch it again. And this time, let's try to focus on, I always try to take the ball early. I always find if you're trying to play a counter drop and the ball's below the height of the tin, then you have to hit up on the ball. And you don't want to be popping the ball up. It just means it's going to sit up longer, and you also want to take it earlier because I'm not really disguising my shot, right? My racket's up, but it's not back, like I'm not showing any power. So I find that if I can just go and try to play the ball earlier in front of me before it drops, then it's going to be that much harder for my opponent to get. Okay, so try to look at the timing of when I actually make contact here, the height of the ball. Okay, so you can see that the ball hasn't actually dropped yet. Okay, so number two here. Okay, so that one was a little bit different. Okay, that one I got on the ball, I got a little bit closer, I was showing some power. Okay, so let's take a peek at that again. Okay, so watch here, see how I approach this ball, and I could hit different shots. Okay, see rackets further back, I'm really lunging harder into it. I'm definitely trying to disguise this one. I'm trying to show that I'm going to hit this one hard. My drop doesn't stay quite as short because I'm taking a little bit bigger swing. There's more power generated right here. There's more force. There's more contracted muscles. So it is harder to get the ball to land softer. But the idea is that I can get my opponent flat-footed back on the tee because I'm showing this power. Okay, so let's see this finish. Okay, and then I hit it with a bit of an open racket face. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, that one I took even earlier. Okay, so that one, similar to the first one, but the ball is actually still coming up on the bounce. I find that a lot of people don't play like this at the front of the court, and they miss a lot of opportunities. And if you can see the ball, kind of that opening and making the court bigger, and really wear your opponent down by getting on that ball as it's still rising, you can really make it hard on your opponent. So let's take a quick peek at this. Right, okay, did you see how early I took that? The ball's still coming up. Okay, here's number 4. Okay, so did you see what I did there? It was kind of quick, so I will go over that again. This one, again, I was showing deception, right? I rushed to the ball like I was going to hit it early, and then I actually delayed my timing. Okay, so not only did I look like I was going to hit it early, but I also looked like I was going to hit it hard. Okay, so this is when I'm really trying to mess with their timing and get them flat-footed and hopefully even leaning back on their heels. So I really want to show power. I want to show I'm going to hit it early. I'm making my opponent rush to the tee, so they have to get there quicker than normal. I want to really tire them out, and then I want to get them leaning backwards. So you're really trying to jerk your opponent's movement and grab their ankles and get them really working hard off the tee. So let's take a peek at this one. Oh, I think it's this one, or what do you see? I think it's this one. Okay, and then a nice soft drop. So that drop doesn't need to be quite as good as my other drops because I'm disguising it really well. Okay, so let's see. I think I got a couple more in here. Okay, and there's a very simple one. I'm just trying to take even earlier. Okay, so if they hit a back wall boast or a bit of a high defensive boast, if you do read it early and you get up there, you can go and don't even need to let it bounce. Okay, so again, another way of taking the ball early and applying pressure just because you're You're taking the ball before your opponent thinks that you're going to hit it. Okay, so we won't watch that one again. I think that's pretty obvious. But... Okay, so that one, I kind of had like a little bit of a double fake. I think I got to watch that one again to see what I did. But I'm definitely trying to still get on the ball really early, change my timing of when I want to hit it, and also trying to play with showing some power. And then I had an extra little twitch in there. I'm not really too sure if that extra fake helped or not, but let's take another peek and see. You can tell me. Okay, so there I really started my swing down as well. I really tried to play that I was going to hit it early. I started my swing, and then I brought it back in just enough to play a little drop shot. Okay, so I think maybe that's a good one to watch one more time. Okay, let's take a peek. Okay, watch how I start my swing here. And then I actually go and play a different shot. So I'm really trying to, again, mess with their timing. Okay, so not only did I try to fool them by getting there and stepping early, but I also tried to fool them by starting my swing early. Okay, so there's different ways to try to fool your opponent and get them to mess with their timing of their split step. Okay, and that's why I want to take some shots really early. Sometimes I want to get there early and delay my shot. And there's different ways to delay your shot. There's different ways to take the ball early. Okay, let's see another one. Okay, that's pretty similar to the last one. Let's take another peek. Okay, there was just more pronounced that I really got my racket up and I was on the ball early and then I just swung. Okay, so I didn't actually start my swing, and then like the one before here, I actually had my racket up. I was on the ball early, and then I just want to get them to stop. So there's little subtle differences here. And I think you'll find when you watch most of those top pro players, especially some of the Egyptians, they usually have some like this. They're very good at where they know where their opponent is. They kind of have like eyes in the back of their head, and they have that sense of the court awareness, where the open court is, how to make the court play bigger. And this is just subtly different than some of the other ones. Okay, so let's take a peek at this one more time. Okay, so again, I'm using a lot of speed to get to the ball, then stopping on a dime, and then I'm playing a soft drop. Okay, but I haven't actually started my swing like some of the other ones. Okay, so different ways to change the timing, show you're going to hit it early, and then delay it and hit it a bit later. But you can tell there's already quite a few different ways that I've hit all counter drop shots here, off loose balls to the front. Okay, let's see what else I got. That one, I think I might try that again. Let's see. Okay, these drops aren't as good. I think this is a shot I would actually play more from mid-court. What I was trying to do here was trying to just take a bigger swing. I'm not messing with the timing. I'm just trying to actually cut the ball so much that it stays shorter, which is really hard to do from the front of the court and get it to land shorter than where you're standing. So it's a dangerous shot. You really need to... I like playing this more mid-court where you can show a lot of power and just open the racket face, cut it, and let it stay shorter than your opponent sees because they see a lot of power. I like doing this and playing the trickle bows, okay, but we're just looking at drop shots here. So let's take a peek at these again. Okay, see how I try to show a lot of power. Not really a great shot, so I tried it again. Okay, not bad, but I mean, I think if I saw that, I don't think that would be as deceptive. That I see power. I think again, I'm a bit too far up on the court to play that shot for me. Really hard to actually take a swing like I would for my drive. I don't think that swing looks enough like my drive. So I do think that's a shot, if I play it from a bit further back around the short line, I'd be much more deceptive with. Okay, I might have one more, I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, just there's my trickle bow. So I do like that shot. That wasn't a good one, but we weren't talking about trickle bows anyways. So I hope that was interesting. And apparently I did not keep this short. It was a 1-minute video, so I thought it'd be a lot shorter. But there was a lot of drops in there and a lot of variations and a lot of little things that I think you can play with. And hopefully you get an understanding for what is deceptive and how you can mess with your opponent's timing. How you can change the timing of when you hit the ball, how just taking it early can really help, how getting there early and then waiting to play your shot. And then also, I didn't really do it as well here. There's one where, like, I've seen people that can like actually start their swing with some speed and then slow it right down. I mean, I think Shorbagy actually, that last shot I showed, I was trying to cut it a lot. Like, he can kind of, looks like he's going to really hit it hard and then open the racket face right up and cut it on the forehand. But yeah, very hard to do that right from the very front of the court. So it takes a lot of racket skill, a lot of practice, because you're taking such a big swing near the front of the court. So if you want to see these drops again, it's on my YouTube channel. It's CCH Squash Pro, and it's 7 or 8 drops, I think, and hopefully it gets you thinking about how to play a counter drop in different ways when you have time in the front of the court, how to make the counter drop more successful. Okay, it's not just always so basic. If you show your shot, you better take it early or make it really good. Otherwise, try some of those deceptive moves, and you might find that it makes the court play bigger, and maybe your opponent's hanging further back on the tee. So yeah, that's my tip for today. So see ya.